Hello everybody and welcome to the first ever VGMusicWeekly plays. And this week I will be starting my Let's Play of The Binding of Isaac. I will probably end up doing multiple indie games here, along with maybe some older retro games on like Virtual Boy Advanced and stuff. But this is one of my favorite games as of now. I'm putting so much time into this game, and it's very strange if you haven't heard of it. So, I've already unlocked all of the characters. I'm not starting over from the beginning, but basically this game consists of you play it multiple times, and you try and collect items. Through playing different characters, you unlock new items, and doing different things. So, it's a game you'll end up playing multiple times. I've already unlocked every area in the game and every way you can go. So I'll start here. I'm not good with enemy names. I may not describe the game too well, so it might be good to look up things for yourself. But this is just how I play. I try and play smart, but I am also not the best of players. So, picked up bombs and coins there. Coins can be used to buy things, also work well with some items. Bombs you can use to blow things up, harm enemies, find your way into certain rooms that are hidden, called secret rooms and top secret rooms. And this item right here I will happily take. This is the mulligan, and this means whenever I shoot an enemy with my tears, I will spawn. Either I will spawn or I have a chance of I have a chance of spawning what's called a kamikaze fly. And those do some multiplication of whatever your current damage is to the enemies. So that is actually a great item to find. By the way, Isaac normal character starts with 3 heart containers, all filled with red hearts. There are 2 types of hearts in this game, or 3 types of hearts: red hearts, soul hearts, which are blue, and eternal hearts. Eternal hearts turn into a red heart and a red heart container when you move on to another floor, collect another one, so are basically a health up if you use them right. Soul hearts disappear after. They are less common, and they disappear after you get hurt. So, you'll see what I mean when I pick some up. So this is a cursed room. It can often have good items in it, but in this case it just had spiders, so unlucky me. But, and the item Isaac starts with is called the D6, and basically what that will allow me to do is if I see an item that I don't like, I can re-roll it, and then it will give me a different item. So hopefully I can use that to my advantage. I've already gotten all of the main achievements you can get with Isaac, like beaten every part of the game with Isaac. So he's not really helping me here, but he's the best starting character. Sorry if my commentary for any people who already watch Isaac vids is kind of dull in the beginning, but I would like to try and explain the game for new people. So Steven, he is actually a reference to another one of the creator of this game, Edmund McMillan's games, called Time for Cuck, which is really fun. Get in Basement Collection on Steam. By the way, this game is available on Steam if you didn't know. I would highly recommend picking it up. But yeah, Steven, he'll just chase you and then get tired, and then his annoying guy will shoot things at you, and then he'll try and chase you as well when he breaks off, but they're fairly easy. So this is Little Steven. Familiar, that means he'll follow me around and do something, in this case shooting tears. But Steven has the chance to drop 2 items, one of which is a damage up. I like the damage up better, especially since I have the kamikaze flies. And if I re-roll, there is a slight chance that I'll get the damage up, which I did not get, but I will happily take Little Steven. Next, I am going to look for the secret room. Now, the secret room usually appears the first floor is often different, but usually appears in between 3 rooms like it did there. And so here I will be able to pick up my and get 15 cents, which is the maximum amount of money an item can cost in the shop. So I will be going to the shop, and I can get 7-cent Nun's Habit. Wow, that was weird to say. And that's very good for me, because what Nun's Habit allows me to do is every time I get hit, I get 3 ticks of recharge on my spacebar item. And the spacebar items recharge over time. D6 has a 3-room recharge, 2 ticks every time you complete a room. And so why this is really good is I can easily charge my D6 and just get the best item. So I'm sorry if this game looks really easy, because I then end up cheating the game a bit and getting a super powerful item, but I think I'm probably not going to not do that, at least the first time, because I love D6 Nun's Habit, and if I can try and cheat the game, I probably will. By the way, if I die early on, I'll probably start another run, but if I go for a certain amount of time, I'll probably end it off. So, how long this video goes depends on when and where I die. So, it's actually very good to get those bombs there, because now I can explain another mechanic of the game, tinted rocks, or as I sometimes call them, spirit rocks or soul rocks. And they can contain keys, golden chests, which cost a key to open, or they will have soul hearts, or spirit hearts as some call them, which I was talking about earlier, and unfortunately they're not there. They would have helped me very much, but I don't think I'll do too much explanation on soul hearts and red hearts, because, well, it may need a little explanation. You'll probably be able to pick that up from just watching the heart counter and seeing how the hearts work. So, there I was able to get Bob's Rotten Head, which is a pretty good, which is an okay item, but I like the D6 better than most items, especially with the Nun's Habit, and since I picked that spacebar item up, I can reroll it, and I get Rainbow Baby, which I think I'll gladly take. It is another familiar, so I guess this may be a familiar run, and Rainbow Baby, what it does is it shoots random tears, and Common Cold, have not seen that in a while. That's a fairly rare item, and it basically makes my shots do poison damage. So, not all the time, but have a potential for random poison damage, like you saw there. By the way, another boss, Monstro, fairly easy. I tend not to take damage on him, so this is Champion Monstro. Champions are usually off-color versions of the regular enemies, and they usually drop special things and act differently. And so in this case, I think Monstro usually does a super high jump that Champion Monstro does not do. So that's Stem Cells. It gives me, I think it's a shot speed up, which means my shots travel faster, which is not good, but it also gives me a health up, and health ups are great. So, going to use my bomb there. Fortune Teller can come out with phrases. Soul Hearts, I have to remember to say the real name, otherwise some people are going to totally murder me. But, or these phrases, or it can give out what's called tarot cards and trinkets, which I will explain as I get to them. Unfortunately, it did not do any of that, and I could not blow it up because I have no bombs. However, I'm good on keys, which I think, at least in this point in the game, is one of the most important things to get. I hope the music's not too quiet, by the way, but I kind of hate these enemies, but they're a bit easier since I have the common cold. I'm going to try and dodge this guy's shots. Didn't work out too well. Oh well. I wonder if I... No, I can't hit him through there. Well, this guy's going to be hard to hit. Okay, never mind. So, took a little bit of damage there, and you see my soul heart is half gone. So, that will fully disappear, and I cannot regain it. Spirit hearts stack on top of regular red hearts, so this guy is Judgment. You can pay him money and he might give you an item. I usually like playing him, often more than the shop, especially since I already have the Nun's habit. Unfortunately, I do not have any money, but I think if I get any money, I will definitely play it on him. Due to my items, I'm doing pretty well, and I think spending time clearing out this whole floor will help me rather than hurt me. So I guess I will clear out every room on this floor. Oh, I didn't even notice. We have a curse on this room, which allows me to explain curses. There are 3 different types of curses, which I'll go over as we get them. The Curse of the Labyrinth, which makes a floor what's called an XL floor, basically means, and I accidentally blew myself up there, fantastic. It basically means that the floor is doubled, and so 2 floors are merged into one. I won't have to do the extra floor, and there will be 2 bosses, 2 item rooms. But the bad thing about this is there is only 1 shop on floors which have shops. Only the first 6 floors, or now in this case 5 floors, have shops. And then it also always treats the floor as a 2nd floor. So usually on Caves 1 and Basement 1 and 2, there would be no chance of having an enemy called Greed in the shop. But in this case, if I went to the shop, which I don't think I'll do, Greed could still appear in there. So I'm probably not going to risk that. But likewise, special rooms can appear at the end of boss fights called Devil or Angel rooms. And they're more likely to appear if you take no damage on the floor. And they're also more likely if you take no red heart damage on the boss fight. And I think on these floors, if you... I'm sorry for going slowly here. This is my first time trying to really talk while I'm playing, so bear with me. But if you have an XL floor, then I'm pretty sure the Devil or Angel rooms can only appear in the item room. I mean, sorry, on the 2nd boss. Now, these are pills. They can be good or bad. This one's Telepills, which teleports you to a random location. That wasn't terrible. It wasn't actively bad, but I'll have to hope the next pill is something okay. I'm usually one to take any pill I come across that I don't know its effect, but these are my least favorite enemies in the game, by the way. They're called Claudies, and they shoot in 4 directions. And so, okay, so this is Harlequin, baby. Because I am getting so many familiars, I will take this, just because I feel like it'll make for a fun run. One of the problems I just noticed, however, is I have a Stars card, which I left with the pills, and what the Stars card does is bring you to the item room. Now, I'm not sure if it will bring me to the empty item room, or the item room that has something, or that has already been opened. So I am going to try it. I'm not going to wait till next floor, and hopefully it brings me to the right one. So let's see what this is. Puberty, that does nothing but makes us look bad. And Stars card, good, it brought us to the right one. and this is the PhD. I am going to wait to pick this up. What the PhD does is it gives us only good pills, if I'm not mistaken, and only good pills, and that includes we won't get telepills anymore. I think it might not happen since it's already in the rotation. The pills are different every time you play, but also, and the reason I'm waiting on it, is it also gives you full health, or it may not be full health, and maybe like 5 or 4 health up, but that's good enough for me right now. And so I want to kind of wait till I'm a bit low on my health to pick it up. So, sorry if this floor is taking a while, but there are a lot of stuff I want to do. I want to collect enough bombs so I can find the secret room, because with the nun's habit, if I find an item in there, that could be absolutely amazing. So, lovers, that's not useful right now. I'm going to try my bomb here. I know it's kind of a waste to use it now, and that was stupid, especially since there's so many locations on this floor. But I really just want to try and find it, because even with the potential to reroll anything I want, I am not getting items worth rerolling, which would normally be a good thing, but I'd kind of like to show off more items, but I'm not going to pass up good items. So key there, can't get to that. This is a weird thing to see. Sometimes happens on XLs, but I've only seen it once before, where there's actually a circle of rooms around an empty space. So, yeah, I'm doing pretty well, so I think I may just take the or I think what I'll do is I'll fight the first boss, and then I'll take the PhD. And so that if I take any damage on the first boss, I should be good for the second one. And who knows, maybe I will beat, or maybe I'll get a devil or angel room, but I will stay on this floor long enough to get whatever that judgment has to give me, because judgment items are usually shop items or health ups, and any of those is often very useful. And if I get a not useful item, I can re-roll it. So that's very good, and I just got a nickel there, which those give you 5 cents instead of 1. Perfect for my playing Judgment. I realize by now, if I hadn't been giving all my money to Judgment, I could have gone safely to the shop this floor, but oh well. And there's our item, the battery. This means items will recharge over time in rooms. And that is very good for us, because if I am able to get the third of those recharge items, which is the 9 volt, then I will somehow have gotten every recharge item in one run, which I don't think I've ever done before, and so it'd be really cool to get that on screen. Also, just letting you guys know, I'm playing on the lowest quality. So if you think the game looks pretty bad, that's not it's normally playing. My computer just isn't the best for handling recording like this, so yeah. And that's dinner. Okay, so I'm gonna fight the second boss. Why not? I'm feeling confident. Gertie. Okay. By the way, I'm not remembering right now. Oh, right, that last boss was Fistula, and he did what you see there, breaks up in pieces. Gertie should be fairly easy with the poison damage, but I still really want to just take no damage on him. And unfortunately I didn't, so I'm probably not going to get a devil room this floor. You can't get an angel room unless you pass up a devil room, or fight a certain boss in a devil room, which only sometimes appears. And you can't get an angel room or you're supposed to not be able to get an angel room if you've ever taken an item from the devil room and spent hearts on it. In the devil room, you spend your hearts for different, usually good items. And so, right now I'm just going to pick up the PhD and then move on. Unless, you know what? Nah, I'm going to re-roll it. I know it sounds kind of stupid, but... And I love the PhD as an item, but really I have enough hearts on the floor to keep re-rolling. And I get Mom's Knife, which is considerably the best item in the game. Or, not the best item in the game. It's not going to win the entire game for you, but it gives you super increased damage. The one problem with it is I am terrible at using it. So, I'm probably going to die pretty soon. Let's see, how long? Okay. But, so this means this run will probably start going a bit faster. I'm glad I've got a great amount of health. I usually don't have this much health by now, but I would rather have a bunch of soul hearts like that one, which is why I spent a key to pick it up. And then X-ray vision. Okay, so now this run is going to get breaky. And by breaky, I mean I'm going to entirely break the game. Because with Nun's Habit, my thing recharges. And with X-ray vision, you can automatically go into the secret room at will. So this means if I find an item in the secret room, like this, I will be able to hurt myself and keep re-rolling it. And so I don't want the onk, and through this, I can get, say, Epic Fetus, which is the best item in the game. Both objectively, and it is. Don't question it. Okay, I didn't think I was going to live there, but... yeah, so now I go in, I reroll, and Dad's Key. Oh, by the way, what the Onk does is it respawns you as the character Blue Baby, who can only have Spirit Hearts, or Soul Hearts, with 3 Soul Hearts. And Dad's Key has a 6-room recharge, I'm pretty sure, and unlocks all of the doors in the room. It doesn't work on bosses, but... it's a pretty garbage item. I would personally almost never get it. So, going to use my Lover's card here, which, as I may or may not have said, drops 2 red hearts. I'm sorry that I'm probably going to break the game this episode, as I know that may annoy some of you who want to see like a fair, fun run of this game and don't like it when people take Epic Fetus. But seriously, this is my first run, and you should be happy for me, because I almost never get Epic Fetus. It is super rare. But anyway, I'm running low on hearts, so I'm probably not going to simply give up hearts so I can get rerolls for now, and I really shouldn't have destroyed that fire, because that would have allowed me to just keep on rerolling. But by the way, the knife charges, so if you see me waiting a bit before entering a room, that's because I'm pre-charging the knife, which sounds kind of weird. It's not like it's a cell phone, but those green guys shoot that, and what that does is it basically does a full heart of damage. That is Transcendence, gives you the ability to fly. You can go over gaps. Usually I would take... oh my god. Usually I would take it, but this one I'm not. Going for Epic Fetus. And then, so this room that we're about to run into is a library. And so it looks like my run is going to get super breaky right now, for the main reason that the library contains books, which I will show you. Telepathy for Dummies gives you homing shots for a room. Book of Revelations gives you 1 soul heart for each room. And more chance to get Horsemen, which is a type of boss. There are certain bosses that are called Horsemen on every, what do I want to say, on the floor you are on. So, but I'm not picking either of those up because there are only a certain amount of books in that rotation for the library. And if we can get rid of all of them, it will basically become a double item room. And as you can guess, having double items would be amazing. Okay, now I am serious that the game is basically telling me win, 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 because there's no way I won't get Epic Fetus, and I have enough hearts in there, so if I wanted to spend, I'm going to get the Steam sale, which gives me 50% off on all shop items, but that if I wanted to just siphon hearts for rerolls, I could. I think I'm going to do my rerolls in here first, since really it doesn't matter. Book of Sin gives you a random drop, and Book of Belial increases your damage by 2 for the room. I think as a 4-room recharge. Usually good item and okay item for the Book of Sin, but as I said, I'm trying to clear that out. So, yeah. And I realize I'm not really explaining the different enemies, so hopefully you don't mind that. Bomb flies, explode into bombs, more champion enemies. This is annoying because I can't really hit them, but good thing my familiars can. So, and now that I've gotten hit so much, I can recharge my D6. And, yeah. By the way, if I do get Epic Fetus, which I am expecting I will, I am terrible at that with using the control scheme I do. Book of Shadows gives you, I think, 10 seconds of invincibility for when you use it, and I don't know how much it recharges. I think it's 3 or 4, but could be 6. But anyway, if I do get Epic Fetus, which I probably am, then I will have to switch the control scheme to use the mouse, because otherwise I can't use it correctly. And wow, I almost died there. That was painful. But it gave me another reroll. I got 2 soul hearts and got my red heart room. Unfortunately, that gives me the high chance of having to use up all my hearts. I'm going to reroll this room next. 1-up refills all of your red hearts and respawns you after you die once. Not going to pick it up, of course. Not planning on dying, but... So yeah, I have 2 more red hearts left, which is enough to give me a good 2 more rerolls. So, any reroll is a good reroll, and I am really not liking this room with the blue spiky guys because I could take damage there. Now I can go into the mob trap room, which you can only go into if you have full health. There is also a boss trap room, which you can only go into if you have 1 red heart or less. And so I do not plan on going there for the golden chest. If I opened up that golden chest, 3 waves of enemies would spawn, one after the other as I kill them, but I don't see any reason to do that. Let's see. I assume the boss room is coming up. Yeah, so, by the way, these guys I never mentioned, they each do 1 heart of damage, 1 full heart, so that's not good, but oh well. every damage kind of helps against me since all of those good items. And after I beat the boss, I will start siphoning health. And even though I have enough money to go to a shop, I can't think of anything other than... Oh, and there's Epic Fetus. So, I hate to say it, but that's kind of... No, I don't want you to... Oh, crud. So, you're going to see me switch to the mouse here, which... The good thing is, I'm not the best at using this, so I'm going to turn lefty flip off and go to back, because I usually play in lefty, but when doing this I can't do it lefty, I need to use my right hand for a mouse. So Epic Fetus allows me to shoot a missile where I click, and it's the most powerful item in the game. You usually win every run when you have it. So as I said, I'm definitely breaking the game this run, and while I may not make it to the end because I'll spend time breaking the game, oh well, this will be fun. See, this is War, one of the horsemen, so I was pretty sure I was going to get a horseman after a Book of Belial use. And you see how quick it took to kill him? Usually, he sends a bunch of guys at you, he drops down bombs, and he chases after you, but he didn't have time to do that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, let's see, that's Spirit of the Night, which gives you the ability to fly and have spectral tears, which pass through things but don't have any meaning to me, and Guppy's Paw, which can turn each red heart into 3 soul hearts. What I am going to do is, let's see, going to get the Spirit of the Night, re-roll Guppy's Paw, and, oh, I didn't mean to do that because I realized that the PACT is a damage up, but damage doesn't affect Epic Fetus, so that was probably a really stupid decision on my part. Now, sadly, I do not have any, sadly I do not have a blood bank which would be able to take my health without taking my soul hearts. I do have those blue spikes, but it is going to cost me soul hearts. But I do plan on keeping on re-rolling this until I get every item. Yeah, so this may be a little bit of backtracking, but breaking runs are always fun, except I've already got Epic Fetus, so it really doesn't do much for me. But, okay, yeah, so I should have more help with this. One of the good things with my file is I don't have all of that, and, oh, and there's double item rooms. This is the virus. Basically, anytime an enemy physically hits you, it will poison the enemy. So right now, I'm going to keep playing this and try and reroll that item, which is Monstro's Tooth. It drops the actual boss Monstro on an enemy. So I kind of want to see if just dropping my Epic Fetus bombs on the thing will work, but no. This is portable slot. I'll probably play it 3 times. I'm going to try dropping bombs on me. I don't know if they'll do a full heart damage. Yeah, they do a full heart, so I'm only going to get 1 more reroll, but... And Lemon Mishap. That sucks. I am going to do 1 more reroll regardless of what I have on the floor because that's just annoying. But I'm not going to use my bombs this time. I wish I could have had more speed because as of now this run is going very slow. And so I appreciate anyone who watches this despite the fact that I am a small channel and this video, I was about to say vid, which is kind of stupid, but this video is probably not that worth watching and not that interesting. Okay, I'll pick up Bobby Bomb. I don't really care. That gives me homing bombs. Any bomb I set will home in on enemies. I'm probably not going to be saying many bombs, since, of course, I have Epic Fetus. But, so, I think I will blow up this guy, which will then yield me a red heart, which is good. And then I can go easily on to the next floor. Having taken Spirit of the Night, which is amazing, and PACT, which is useless. But this is where it will come to fruition, having this item, because as you can see, while great against bosses, this item has never worked the best for me against regular enemies. So, and that, oh crud, that is a troll bomb, a bomb that sometimes appears that chases you. By the way, the poop on the ground can often yield items. However, I will not be blowing it up, because only when you shoot it with tears it gives items. If you use bombs on it, and Epic Fetus counts as a bomb, then, well, it doesn't count. But see, the good strategy here, since I'm flying, I can just fly over rocks. So, and Greed, since he was on the last shop, should not be in the secret room or anywhere on this floor, which means the shop should be safe. I shouldn't blow up that fire because, well, if I want to use it for item giving purposes, but whatever. And can't believe I actually took, oh crud. Yeah, sometimes I'm guessing it's in a shop first. And this is our last shop, so whatever I buy, so this will be our last chance to buy anything. And I'm going to be using the fortune teller. I'm not going to give me and blow it up right away. We will only have one boss on this floor, or the boss on this floor can only be one thing, Mom. And once I defeat her, I can't go out. Oh, and by the way, Compass shows us where every room is. And it looks like we have a cursed room on this floor, which is good, because if need be, I can use it to hurt myself so that I have more rerolls. But I don't think that will be too necessary. But yeah, Compass is a great item to get. Probably the next item I would have asked for from the shop. Except, as I said, getting the 9-volt would have been cool. But, so it looks like the cursed room is not going to be through this way, which kind of sucks because it would have been nice to just have an easy path between the cursed room and the item room. But, oh well. Chub, that's what this enemy is. You can drop bombs in its mouth, but I'm not really doing that. I'm just destroying him. And he kind of has high health, which sucks for me, but that is, I think, Roid Rage, speed plus range. I am re-rolling it. Whore of Babylon puts you into what's called the Whore of Babylon state, I think, whenever you get down to a half a red heart. So it doesn't matter if you have soul hearts, but it will put you down there. And then, so, okay. Sorry, and that gives you increased damage, increased speed, I think, and generally a good item. These are knights, usually very hard enemies. I'm sorry I don't get to show off the usual difficulty of this game. This game really is usually difficult, but sadly I just got the perfect item combination. So, wow, that was stupid. The game is basically just telling me, hey, you know what? I'm going to give you the best run when you first record, so all of your viewers will not think this game is interesting. So, you'll probably want to give my next episode another try when I put it up, but let's see what this rerolls into. Holy Water, one of the worst items in the game, actively bad. It turns one of your familiars into Brother Bobby, which shoots basic tears, and is not good. And if you get hit, it creates a puddle around you, which is there for a short while, and damages enemies. I really do not like that item, and even though it is passive, would never pick it up. Now, if you saw there, when I went into the cursed room, I didn't take damage. That is because I am flying. If you are flying and you go into a cursed room, you do not take damage going in, only going out. Not sure why that is, but it is. So, and by the way, my epic fetus shots, oh god, I almost got hurt there, still have range, so they will only travel a certain distance. So if an enemy is far away, I may still need to get closer to it, but it's not likely it should be a problem. And I can see there is a mini-boss here on the map due to the compass. Game Kid, I'm not going to take that item. Basically, it turns you into a Pac-Man-like creature, which is invincible for a short amount of time, and can eat enemies, which then can give you health, depending on how many you eat. It gives you red hearts. So if you have full red hearts, it's not as useful, and so, yeah. But I'm going to... Oh, I didn't want to shoot that. I think I am going to blow up this. So maybe I'll get some coins, and I did. Let's see. So now I can play Judgment and maybe get something cool from him. Although I will still be rerolling the item room if I reroll anything. I didn't expect this run to end this way, so this is kind of awesome, kind of annoying that it, as I've said, happened on this particular run, but oh well. And he gives me a bomb. Fantastic, like I need them. By the way, I forgot to say the top secret room, which I've been to, has multiple different forms. My god, this is the... Well, this guy is pretty easy. He is the worst of the guys to fight with Epic Fetus, in my opinion, because you can't just keep spamming one guy. He'll just keep doing that to you. Oh god, I am one heart away from death. If I die on this run, that will just be another testament to, well, he got all these amazing items, but he's horrible at this game. So... And thank God I didn't die there. And unfortunately, he has a 1 in 7% chance of dropping a specific item. He didn't there, which kind of sucks, but at least he dropped a coin for Judgment. Now I'm going to go look for some hearts, because I don't feel confidence on the boss fight. I'm not sure I've ever really fought Mom as... Epic Fetus, and so I kind of wish I hadn't gone there, but yeah, so I'm low on hearts right now. I'll have to hope that I get some soul hearts. Maybe I'll get the Mitre or the Relic in this item room, which gives me an increased chance of getting soul hearts in some way. That is the poop. One of the worst items in the game. It lets you drop a piece of poop that can have items once per room. But, as I said, when you blow things up, they don't have items. Now, I just realized that I could have gone the poop if I had went farther than it and shot it with my familiars. But I didn't think to do that, so shut up. But... hopefully there's one more room here so that I can get easy charge on my D6 without having to get hurt. I'm definitely gonna blow that up. Well, I got hurt anyway, so I guess pain and gain. And gonna see what's in this room. Red chest. I was just about to say they can teleport you. Those items are Guppy's head and the PACT, which respectively spawn flies, 2 to 4 flies, 1 charge per room. It's a spacebar item, and damage up plus I think 1 soul heart. Unfortunately, I don't think either of those are worth it. I'm going to fight this last room, and then I'll fight Mom. I may end up killing Judgment if I don't get anything, which gives you an increased chance for a Devil room. So, okay, these guys have one of my least favorite glitches. They look like normal enemies, yet somehow they're able to jump with their superpowered leaps over and onto gaps and rocks, which if you're flying, you wouldn't expect them to do, and is really annoying. So yeah, I'm going to blow them up, get half a heart, and I really hope I get maybe Lard, which is, I think, 2 or 3 health up in the item room, maybe, or some soul heart giving thing, the Rosary, which would give me 3 soul hearts and make the Bible much more likely. First, when I get deck of cards, it could be useful. The Fool, that is not useful. Game, why do you hate me? So, I think I will get hurt twice on this room, and this is my last reroll. Halo of Flies works for me. Oh, the Fool takes, or 0, the Fool, I guess, since it's Roman numerals, although Roman numerals didn't have a 0, takes you back to the room you spawned in. And now I am feeling very uncertain about the Mom fight. I know any boss fight later in the game I could take on with Epic Fetus, no problem. But the Mom fight is very annoying. Fortunately, this is Red Mom, who is much easier than other forms of Mom for me, but gives me much more chance to hit myself. And I die, which sucks. I should have made it all the way to the chest and every floor of that run because I had Epic Fetus, but I guess I just ended up playing absolutely terribly. So, that sucks, but what are you gonna do? Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you sub the channel, leave a like. I am definitely going to enjoy making these and sharing them with people. It makes the game a lot more interesting. And I hope I have better runs than that, both that are less breaky and also less terrible. I mean, I got some of the best items in the game and then just died, so oh well. Better luck next time. I'm sure everyone will be like, how did he die with that? But as always, or as starting for now, since this is the first time, I'm VGMusicWeekly. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the show.